growing in the long run?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that you said but do you think that if you have the opportunity that you would stay with them for a very long time, or like?
I feel like I would stay a long time if I continue to see growth with it, and I continue to see different opportunities come from it. Like, there's a designer on there. Her name is Kenya, and she was on Project Runway, and now she's fully like partnered with Shein. Like, she's traveling with them. She was actually on a fashion show that Shein had put together. She came in like 4th place. She was one of the finalists, but she's doing a I don't know if you guys seen it recently. She's on a like a mentorship with them too. So like, she takes on other designers and just kind of like guide them through, you know, the Shein X program and process. But she's like been sticking with them for a long time, and she's actually here based in Atlanta too, and I would love to connect with her. But she's doing great things, and her pieces are so fun, and she does a lot of like a lot of print, but it's like black and white prints with a pop of color, and it's so cool because it doesn't get like boring or overwhelming or distracting. Like, you would think, oh, just black and white stripes or black and white polka dot. No, she does her thing with it, and she does other like designs as well, like as far as print on garments. But she's great. I'm her homegirl for real, but I haven't even met her in real life.
Let's manifest it
right now. It's gonna happen.
You know, make the vision and make it plain.
There you go.
Write the vision and make it plain.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been with the program for a long time. So, and I keep seeing growth from it with her. So I'm like, if I can see the same thing with myself, then I'll stick around. I won't go nowhere.
And outside of Shein X, where do you see your brand going, and or maybe in the next 5 years, or do you have any plans?
I do, and it's a plan that I kind of had dropped when I got here, but now I'm like about to pick it back up because I feel more confident in doing it. I want to have my own manufacturing company. I want to be like the middleman for emerging designers. So I want to be able to take on clients, do their CADs and illustrations and design work, and have a in-house like pattern maker and an in-house seamstress to make their first prototypes. And then when they approve it and like it, then we contact them with a production company or mass production company, and they can, you know, get their bulk orders and, you know, get however many pieces that they need. But I want to be that like starting point for emerging designers, because that was the hardest thing for me, is like that starting place. Like, where do I start? Where do I go? Like, how do I get my first sample? Like, how do I mass produce? Like, all those things. And I want to be able to help, you know, people get there and get that start, because it is tough, guys. It's tough.
So when you have that startup point, do you think that at some point you would actually want to be the mass producer?
I don't know. I feel like because I work with so many factories and vendors in my current job right now, it's just like, it's a lot when you have so many clients. It is a lot, and it's kind of hard to keep up with if you don't have like a good team and people who are fast. Like, sometimes I'm telling my manufacturers, oh, I need this done in a week, and they're like, girl, we got other people besides you. But I'm like, I know what you all are capable of, and you know, we are building a relationship, so if you can do this for me, we're gonna order like 300 pieces with you. So it's like a bargain almost. But I think that would be amazing if I can mass produce and be able to handle it and not, you know, crumble under pressure. But we never know. I don't know what God got in store for me, but I know he up there working. I know he's working up something, so I'm gonna just follow his lead on that one.
That's great. That's really great. And with the current company that you have, is it based in the U.S. or is it overseas?
That I'm working for right now. So it's
working for right here, from home, or
the brand. Oh, I'm working as a fashion designer for a company called Milano di Rouge. Is here. their headquarters is now here in Atlanta, but they're based in Philadelphia. But they moved here in Atlanta, so that's who I work for as my full-time job. But outside of that, I'm a freelancer and I work with people all over, like anywhere, as long as I'm on Fiverr, so people will find me on there. It's for me to help them with their either tech packs or illustrations, but I don't work like outside of the US, like everybody is based here that I work with.
Do you mind talking about Milano for a little bit?
I don't know if I can say too much, but I can
You'll
just
be careful.
say.
Very careful with the questions.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So first, how did you start working with her?
Woo, okay, this is a story, y'all. This is a story. So I was. Hold on, let me take a little sip. So, I used to work for another. I used to work for another company, an all-women's brand called Crosby, and that was like my first corporate job in the fashion industry. And so I was like, okay, this is cool, like it's nice, but I was the only melanin sister in there. So, it didn't feel like home. It didn't feel comfortable. Like I felt like certain conversations were like kind of switched to when I would, be in the room and stuff like that. And so I just didn't feel comfortable. So I started looking at other jobs, and then I wasn't getting paid properly. So that was another issue. Like I found out an assistant to the CEO was getting paid more than the actual designer, me, and I didn't feel like that was fair. So make sure y'all get paid, appropriately and accurately, because people will get over on you, and I learned that the hard way.
Lately, I've been told like fight for your rate.
Exactly.
So I'm still working on that part.
Yeah. It's tough because you don't want to seem greedy. You don't want to seem like, oh, am I not worth this? Like if you show your hard work, dedication, and your work ethic is there, and your what you produce is great, and your work is great, put your rates out there, what you feel is best. But so I started looking for other jobs, and so I ended up quitting that job, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't have any job right now. So I was interviewing with this confidential job, and I was like, I don't even know the brand, I don't know, but it sounds good, it matches my portfolio and my requirement, or I matched their requirements. And so I heard back like probably a few days later after I left the job, and I was like, okay, am I going to hear any good news? Like I was stressed out because I'm like, look, the rent is due, honey. I need to be somewhere making some money. Right. So I ended up hearing back, and they was like, okay, you're going to be working with this company, Milano di Rouge, and I was like, that name sounds familiar. So I started doing research, and I was like, oh, like okay, I know this brand. It's a really like popular streetwear brand, and I'm all about streetwear fashion, and I loved like the style and what they were about, and the CEO, she's like really great. When I went to do my like third interview, it was in person, and I got to meet her and the other staff that was there, and the interview was just like great, like very positive and very like reassuring and very inspirational. So I was like, okay, I can feel myself being here. And then I ended up getting a job, and I didn't have benefits at the other job, so that's where I messed up too, y'all. So make sure y'all got benefits too, okay? When you work in corporate, I don't understand why I didn't have it. But anyway, I got benefits at this job. We need those benefits, but I got more going into this job than I had at my last job, and I was just so thankful, so grateful. Like I fasted. It was just like I was here, but now I'm like up there, and I was thanking God, I was praying, I was fasting, and I was just like, he made it such a smooth transition for me, because I'm like, I'm about to leave this job. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm applying to all these other places. I'm on Indeed, I'm on LinkedIn every day looking for stuff, and nothing was, falling through. And then this job fell through, and I was like, or not fell through, it came about, and I was just like, wow, like it's happening, and I have like a lot of creative control, and I feel like I'm appreciated there, like my
that's important.
yes, like anything that I think of or might say is like actually thought about and taken into consideration. So it's really a beautiful team that Milan is building, and the fact that I can come in there, be my true self. I can wear what I want to wear, and be expressive in my concerns, and they actually sit me down and consider it. Yeah, so I really love the company. I love the people that work there, and it's a great environment. It's always hectic because fashion is always hectic.
Yes,
like
everything happens at the very last minute. All the time.
All the time. But it's crazy because I thrive off the chaos. Like I like to be like, ooh, what's happening next?
It gives a thrive, and it's like making you feel like you're on it.
Yeah,
Like when it's quiet, it's nothing's happening, guys.
Yes.
Something is weird.
Right. Yeah, when I say it's on go, like I literally I was on the phone with 2 different people trying to get my samples in for a lifestyle shoot, and just like, hey, I need this right now. And then they were like giving me the runaround, and I'm like, this is about to happen today. And then that did happen, and stuff like came through, and I was excited. I was like, okay, whew. Now I don't feel like I wasn't doing my part because I'm in here like hustling and bustling, but I love it. I like multitasking, and I like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So I like
how long have you been with her? Or with the company?
I just finished my little 90 days. I am official. Yes. So 3 months I've been with them, and it's been an amazing 3 months. Like it's been a great transition. I feel like I am inspired every day just to see like that the CEO comes in office every day. She greets everybody. She sits down with you. Like she wants to know like everybody. Yeah, like it feels like home, and she's big on mental health. Like we're about to start doing practices that help with mental health, where we'll be able to just feel relaxed at work. Even though work can get chaotic, she still wants us to feel like this is peace when you come here. Like it's not supposed to be like
stressful, and why am I here?
Exactly.
Oh God, another day.
Right.
I had an opportunity to meet her as a brief. Like I was stepping in for a tailor that I was kind of working with. So I had a chance to see her. Yeah. And I can attest that she's very personable. Yeah. Like at first I didn't know who she was. Right. I knew of the brand, but I didn't know her. Exactly. And so talking to her and getting to know her, and she's very business minded. I love that about her. She's very personable, trying to figure me out and talking to me, That was very, very kind, because you don't meet that a lot in the fashion industry. A lot of people are like very snappy and very much like, go do this. Yeah, exactly. And don't talk to me. And like, why are you still here? Exactly. Like I said, now.
It's
she's
very
not like that.
It's
I can say that. The experience that I personally had with her, she's a wonderful person.
That's good. I'm glad you had a great experience with her too. During like that heightened moment of, like the show and stuff like that. So when people are able to still be positive and, just personable in those type of heightened environments, it's like, okay, like you're actually a good human being. Not like some butthole who's just like do this, do that, like you just said, like, because it's very cutthroat. That's why I feel like I couldn't really do New York, because there's like there are different breeds.
That horse Prada every day and everywhere.
Exactly. That's what it gives, and I'm like, I'm not there yet.
I'm not saying that I would never go there, but for right now, I'm just working on me and developing my brand.
Yes, exactly. I'm the same way, because it's just like I went there, actually, because I didn't mention this, but I had another brand called Black Luxury, and I had a business partner with that brand. But I went to New York to a manufacturing company, and they told us how much our first samples was going to be, and I was like, I just graduated college. I can't afford $10,000 for 2 samples. Because my designs was very intricate, and the fabrics that they had pulled out for me to look at the headers and the swatches, I was just like, oh yes, let's do this. Like a kid in a candy store, and then they gave me that bill, and I was like
not right now.
So I had to politely be like, I'm sorry, we cannot, go through with this. I'm so sorry. But that was an experience on its own too. So I had to let that brand go. But starting obviously vintage, that was more about me and not like with somebody else. So yeah.
And so what is your exact role at Milano di Rouge?
So I am the fashion designer and production assistant at Milano di Rouge. So basically I'm creating all the collections alongside another designer. So it's 2 designers in-house, and we kind of break it apart where I do like women's wear and she does men's wear and accessories. And sometimes I will collab with her on like the men's stuff. But yeah, I'm mainly just sometimes I sew in-house, like I might make a custom piece for Milan, or I might have to do alterations for her or what have you, but it's like very hands-on, like constantly designing, constantly researching, constantly putting out wildfires if samples don't come back correctly. But this is funny because we had just got a sample back yesterday, and I was so excited about it because it was our second proto, and it was perfect. So I'm like, okay, we don't have to go through another proto, like we can move to mass production. So that's always a good feeling when like your sample is like A1, you can move to bulk production. You don't have to keep sampling and sampling.
Because that costs too.
It costs.
Outside of the time that it takes, of course.
Yeah. So that's one thing I'm happy about. Like if it has to go to proto 3, like a prototype 1, 2, that's fine. But if we gotta go 3, 4, 5, 6, we canceling it. We can't do nothing with it. They can't get it right. We can't get it right. So it's just let it drop. But yeah, so that's basically my role in just managing like when samples are coming, managing what samples we have like in-house, archiving them if we're not using them. But it's really all about designing and getting the product developed and out there.
Okay. And what is your growth within Milan that affects you personally and in your business?
Oh, my mindset. She's big on having a positive mindset. And I used to be, it don't look like it because I'm a happy-go-lucky person, but I used to be a negative Nancy when things didn't go my way. When I like did something and I didn't get the result that I thought I would get, I would be so like angry or upset, depressed. So now it's like you have full control over you and your emotions, and you can block out that outside noise. You don't need people kind of like distracting you, or you don't need to be around people that's also negative. Like surround yourself with good energies and good vibe, and that's what she's teaching me. Like surround yourself around like-minded people, positive people, that are doing something with their lives and that are pressing forward and just having a positive mindset. Even if somebody's talking bad about you, you don't need to go talking bad about them. Like just let them have their way. As long as you're able to be positive and speak positivity over your life, you'll be good. And I've been doing that, and I feel a difference. Like if somebody is like upset about something, I'm like, it's gonna be fine. Right. They'll be fine, and you'll be fine. It will work out.
My saying these days is it will work out just exactly how it needs to work out.
Exactly.
Like when you're rushing and you're like, oh my god, I'm late. Now if I'm late, I'm gonna just be late. You know what I mean? Like I try my hardest to be on time, but if I'm late and it's not my own doing, you call your Uber on time, and then the Uber takes forever to come to get you, and it's like, oh my god, now I'm late, and now they miss an exit or 2 or 3, and I'm like, bro, can you not follow the directions?
Exactly.
And it would like stress me out in the backseat. I was like, oh my god, 3 minutes. Like if you can go faster, like 3 fast minutes, we can be on time. Now I'm like, you know what? There's a reason why I'm late. Exactly. There's a reason why you're making me late, because I was not late. You're making me late, and it's okay. I'm gonna be exactly where I need to be, exactly what I need to be.
Exactly.
And just now I sit in the back seat. I'm like, okay. what can I do in the meantime?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right. Let me look up a show, a podcast, which I need to be watching this podcast, right? Like, just, take it easy because life is too short and I don't have time to be stressing my whole life. Like, I used to be a very stressful person. Like, I would stress myself out so bad to the point I was having panic attacks. Like, I was just sick. I was depressed. I didn't want to go outside. But now I'm like, I can't let that stop me. Like, I had to continue to be optimistic, be positive, like think good things, good thoughts. Like, it's okay to have like a day where you're just like, I'm not feeling it today, but don't be stuck in it, because I'm sure Beyonce and Rihanna have a day where they be like, what is going on? Like, but they keep pressing forward and they don't show the world like, oh, I'm stressed out, or oh, I gotta be on TikTok and show people that I'm crying and going through this. It's like, you don't have to do all that. Like, just
take a day to yourself. And I think that's a very good tip of how this is like the tip to actually live your self life and your best life.
Yes, because you want to be, happy, but it's like, I know some people struggle with trying to get to that point. So even if you need assistance with a therapist or somebody a life coach or anything, there's resources out there for you guys to get in a better place, get in a better state, because being down and out is not going to help you, move forward, especially when it comes to your career. Like, careers are stressful. Like, even, in our 30s, we feel like, oh, we should have been doing this, and this. We should have gotten married, should have had the kids, should have had the career. Child, I'm over that, okay?
Me too.
I'm like,
I'm gonna let it be the way God wants it to be.
Exactly. I'm like, if it'll come, it'll come. I'm not stressing it. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. It'll happen. It'll happen. Because if I rush it, it won't be what God intended for me. So
exactly. And then sometimes we want it so much that we rush it. And then when we have it, we lose it because we were not prepared to keep it.
Right.
Sometimes it's more than what you expected it to be. So when you hold it, it's heavier than what you get hold.
Exactly.
And then you drop it.
Exactly.
So, like, be patient, work on you as much as you can, do what you wanted to do and never had a chance to do.
Exactly.
And so it's like different things that you can do for now.
Exactly.
In the meantime.
Yep. Yeah. That is a word.
Thank you. Let's talk about baby you. Were you always stylish?
Baby me was very quiet.
Okay.
She wasn't she was always in her own world. She wasn't really stylish because she didn't have control. Her mama put whatever she had, We wasn't rich, so mama did what she could. But mama didn't have us looking tacky, though. She always had us matching head to toe.
Yes.
But I was like a tomboy too, growing up. Like, I didn't like fitted clothes. I didn't like revealing clothes or, showing cleavage or anything like that. I just like big and baggy clothes. Like, I was on my 90s Aaliyah vibe. Like, I was just like baggy clothes, baggy, everything, streetwear. But baby Lauren was very quiet, very reserved, very to herself. And then, trying to venture out and be, adventurous with what I wore, I got picked on. So then it kind of made me feel like, well, I can't even be myself, So then I got reserved again. But then, like I said, in college, that's when I turned up. But yeah, I would probably go back and tell baby Lauren, like, it's okay. Like, even like my mom would call me like weird, or people would say like, oh, you dress funny. So like those words used to trigger me growing up. So I'm like, why do I gotta be weird if I like dressing like this, or I like, doing this? It's something that I like. You don't have to like it. But I just have to tell my younger self, like, it's okay. Do what you feel is good for you, as long as you're not hurting anybody, harming anybody,
really
harming yourself. Like, if it makes you happy, then do it. Just don't, be out here doing like crazy stuff where you're hurting others or hurting yourself. Don't bring harm to yourself. But I would just tell her, stay true to you, boo, and don't listen to the haters, because they're gonna circle back around and want to be in your face after they see what you're doing in life. But a lot of my friends be like, wow, you really stuck with what you said you wanted to do, is be a fashion designer. And I was like, yeah, why would I switch up? If I knew this was my passion. And I always stuck with it, and you know, a lot of people will go through career changes, and that's fine. I'm not saying it's, you know, don't have a career change, but I knew deep down inside, like, eventually I want to be something that's bigger than me. So fashion is way bigger than me, but I'm tackling it every day, and
that's beautiful.
I, you know, just love what I do.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
I asked that question because like baby me was always fashionable.
Really?
I was really young, like 4 or 5 years old, and back then you didn't have uniforms until like year 6 and up. So at 4 and 5, I would tell my mom, "This is what I want to wear," and I would tell her this skirt with this shirt.
Oh, that's so
and
cute!
if she didn't do it, I would throw a tantrum.
What?
I was mad, big mad. I hated pants. I thought pants were for boys.
Oh wow!
And I would tell her how to do my hair.
What?
And if she didn't do my hair the way I wanted to, she had to redo my hair. And this is every single day.
Wow.
And even if she did it how I wanted, but it wasn't perfect enough, she had to still redo it.
Oh
and I would go to my grandma, because we were living with my grandma. My mom was taking care of my grandparents at the time. And my grandma didn't believe in kids crying before going to school, because that would ruin the entire day. So I'd go like, "Grandma, look at my hair, I don't like it." And then my grandma would tell my mom, like, do it how she wants it. And so I would like always play on that, you know. But on the weekend was a different story. Grandma was crying and I hated it, and my mom was like, "You're not going nowhere, so hush."
Oh my god!
But that's really my story.
Wow.
And I think that I was very fashionable from very young up, but my mom didn't see it coming for me to be a fashion designer. I don't know how she didn't see it coming, because it was so obvious.
Right. I would have thought at least a stylist, because the way you're telling me to put 2 and 2 together.
Right. And I was like, I had this favorite skirt, and my mom was like, "You need to throw this skirt away, because people are gonna think that you're poor and you don't have anything to wear."
Now that's called recycling, and that's helping the environment, because she's getting multiple wears out of it.
I was getting her money's worth out of that skirt, okay?
That's hilarious. I love that. I love that.
It was funny.
Wow.
But tell me your view on fashion.
I feel like my view on fashion is like the way the world is right now. It's like people are just making any and everything. But now I feel like people are starting to get a little bit more concerned about the environment, and starting to do more like upcycled pieces. Like that's becoming a trend now. And so I think people are, you know, it's still fast fashion out here, you know. So that's I hope it changes, but right now that's not what it is at the moment. So fast fashion is going to continue to be out there, but I see it being, well, we're going to take these pieces and still try to, you know, make use out of them, turn them into something else, or, you know, recycle it or what have you. So I just feel like this day and age, people are still trying to see what's next, what can I do better, how can we continue to top last year, last month, last week, but they're also thinking consciously of like the environment at the same time. Like I feel like even more of the runway shows, you're seeing people putting like scraps of fabric together, like to make a piece, or, you know, it's not as like driven to the point where people are like, okay, this is it, we're done with it. Like we're seeing reincarnations of different silhouettes and pieces. Like fashion will always continue to repeat itself, but like right now, like we're literally going back in time right now, because I feel like we're in the 2000s with fashion. Like the low rise jeans are back, the freaking long denim skirts are back. Like you're getting the tank tops that show, you know, or the crop tank tops that's layered and stuff. So I'm like, are we going back to the 2000s?
Like I'm getting rid of my skinny jeans a little bit, honestly. I like my baggy flowy pants. I don't want to feel like something is gripping me inside all the time. I don't like that anymore.
Exactly.
And I've never really been the girl that was really like snug and wearing tight fitted clothes. I was in the baggy kind of. I was not a tomboy though. Mine really came from me being smaller than I was now,
Mm-hmm.
and my breasts were always kind of large.
Oh, okay.
And I felt like as soon as I walk in the room, I feel
You
like
see-
all the
yeah.
men are just like boom, staring
Mhm.
right at me, and that made me uncomfortable.
Same,
So I would
yeah.
always wear like oversized shirt. Like,
That
I
was
might
me too.
still, skinny jeans was a big thing a couple years ago, well,
Mhm.
early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
and I would still do skinny jeans, but with a baggy shirt.
Yeah.
To still
Mhm.
hide because I didn't
Mhm.
feel comfortable with everything out and
Right.
good looking. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that's that thing. But I
Yeah.
like that even though this is fast fashion,
Mhm.
you're still having garments that are made from recycled
Yes.
material.
Yes.
So you're still kind of conscious
Mhm.
within your
Exactly.
fast fashion.
Yeah. Even the packaging is like recycled plastic.
Okay.
So like everything is, being
Yeah.
recycled.
So is there any topic that I haven't touched on just yet that you still would like to add or any question or anything?
So probably the topic of like when it comes to certain designers, it's like what are we seeing from these designers? What are their purpose? Like what is your purpose as a designer? And I feel like my purpose that I keep saying is just making people happy, making people feel confident. Like what is your reason for putting out these garments and pieces? Is it just to make money, or is it because this is like you want the world to see, themselves in a different light when they're wearing your pieces, or like when you make this handbag, like what is that representing? Like is it showing a piece of you, or is it showing a piece of your culture, or like what is it that you're putting into these like designs and garments? So I would love to see more people like give more background and context on what their brand and designs are about, instead of just putting things out just to sell it, because I feel like that's how fast fashion is big now, because people are just putting things out, and then a lot of people are copying certain designers and stuff. Like how many cargo pants do you see nowadays from like different designers and upscale designers and like the emerging designers. So I'm like, I want to know like what is it that makes you want to make these pieces. Like I want to get more in depth about garments and why you're doing it, why you're putting it out.
That's really great. So you said handbag. Let's talk about your handbag real quick.
Oh, this whole thing! No, just kidding. I literally just made this 2 days ago.
Really? 2 days ago?
ago.
So you handmade it yourself?
Yes, I handmade
because I thought that
this.
Shein was also producing these.
No, bruh, this is on me. I might ask them if they want it on there, but this was like a hobby of mine that I started doing because I saw it on TikTok. Everybody be on TikTok doing things, and I saw a girl using tubular yarn, and she made a bag just using her hands, no tools or anything. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so she had made a bag where it was just like a little taller than this, and it just had the one strap. So I was like, I like carrying my bags like this. Like I don't want to just always have it as a shoulder strap. So the first bag I made, it had a longer like crossbody strap with the 2 handles. But I just love making these bags because it's like it gives me some sense of peace and calmness when I'm just sitting there crocheting, and I just I'm a very like hands-on person. Even when I'm drawing, I like to feel the strokes on the paper. In this digital world now, like everybody's drawing on iPads and stuff, I'm still getting used to it because I feel like I don't feel connected with my illustrations or sketches. When I'm on the paper, I feel it. I know, like when I erase something, like even that makes me feel like, okay, cool. But just making this bag, touching it and feeling it, I get some type of like enjoyment and relief out of it. But I just made this one. It's a little smaller than my normal bags, and the strap is shorter because I wanted like a cute, like nice little shoulder bag. Like all of them that I made are like crossbody, so this one I was like, I want her to be cute and dainty, so I shortened the handles as well, just to give it a little like cuteness when you just walking, or if you just want to carry it like this, like just different ways. But I love this color. I thought this would be cool for fall. I did an orange one, a black one. I can do all colors, so I like to just come out with like a pop of color and see how people react to it. So she might go live today. We don't know. The world might see her today, but this is her first time outside.
Okay.
So I had to bring it. occasion, so I had to bring her out.
I love that.
Thank
and
you.
I love the color. I love the size. Everything
Thank
is
you.
just perfect.
Yeah, and you
So-
can fit stuff in here too.
Oh,
It got a little
yeah.
room, got a little, you know, depth. It's
Yeah, nice. So where can we get all these pieces? So we know this is on Shein X, and actually let's talk about her before we go back to
Yeah, I almost forgot about her.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl. We still here. So this is actually part of the eco-friendly line as well. This is sold separately. It's not sold as a set, but it's meant to be a set. This is like a lightweight polyester recycled material. It's breathable. I'm a girl that sweats. I know that's TMI, but I be sweating, and I don't like to like sweat through my clothes.
Yeah.
So I wanted something that was breathable, that I could wear, and
Yeah.
that I could layer with in the fall So I could
And
wear.
honestly,
Oh, mhm.
So not to cut you
Oh,
off,
no,
but
you're good.
I like that you shared that
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're not the, like I giggled because you're not the only one. Okay, you are not, and I'm sure that there's so many girls out there who want to be cute, but they're
Yeah.
like, especially our heavy set girls.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. A lot of
yes.
times they sweat even more, and having materials that are breathable.
Yes.
A lot of times they shop for that specifically.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. I've been looking
Yeah.
out for you.
See,
Look at
we need people like you. You know, we
Yes,
do.
because I'm always thinking of, okay, not just me, but my customer. Like, how is that
Yeah.
supposed to, you know, affect you? Like,
it's
how
like
you
making
wanna
a
wear it?
solution for the problems that you have yourself. Because
Exactly.
you never know how many other people can relate it or have that same thing. You know,
Yeah.
we love that.
So yeah, that's why I chose this type of fabric, because like with some skirts, you know, it's like the denim skirts or like the cargo skirts, and they're not as breathable. So this one is like lightweight and functional. And it has a elastic at the back of it. So
Our
my
girls
girl
with
with
a
the
little
ball.
And then it will stand back for the girls in no ways. Yes, we love it.
See, she gets it, but that's that, you know, small detail that people don't really
that
think about.
matters.
And then it has a little, you know, ventilation slit in the back, so you can
Okay,
walk. You
ventilation.
know, you gotta be able to walk. Cute,
Right.
But it also has pockets. Like, you know, people are big on pockets,
Yes.
but I also like the little subtle V detail, because, you know, it can, you know, hide those problem areas, but it still give you like a cute like hourglass shape, because it's like shaping around your hip area and waist. So it's like, okay, I got a little something, because I'm a girl that don't have hips, and I wish I had hips, so I tried to design stuff that made me like a hip. Yes. I need to make the illusion real, but I don't have no hips, so that's what I be also considering. But the crop top, like you can wear it with jeans or other bottoms, but this outfit is very versatile, so I always want to, like, I can wear multiple pieces. Just like you said, that skirt was getting worn out. I'm gonna wear this to the, you know, to the wheels fall off. Like, I'm switching it up with a lot of things. Like, I already done wore this jumpsuit already, but y'all wouldn't know that because I didn't post it. If you ain't seen it, you wouldn't know.
It doesn't exist.
Right?
It doesn't exist because nobody saw it, and it's not on social media.
Exactly.
Technically.
Exactly.
But about that, so does Shein X ship you pieces for yourself to wear as well?
Yes. So
Or
they
do you
actually
have to order it.
They shipped 3 pieces to
Okay.
me for free, and then they give you a gift card to purchase your other pieces.
Okay.
So
And it's 3 per garment, right?
what do you mean? Like,
So like if you have 6 garments
Mhm.
on, they do 6, right?
yeah.
Other than
mhm,
10,
mhm.
6, and then for the 6 they send you 3 of each.
Oh no! So they just sent me just 3
3 pieces.
3
in
pieces.
general.
Mhm.
Okay.
So they just sent me the 3 pieces, and then I ordered the other 3, and
Got it.
because this is one that I ordered, and I ordered the other 2 pieces, but they'll give you a gift card, so it's basically like you're not really purchasing.
Right.
So you know, that's a perk that they, you know, they still want you to get those like added sales, but
Yeah.
they'll give you a gift card to use for your stuff.
That is really nice. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we are coming to the end of this interview. I really had, yes, this was like such a great natural conversation, and I
Yes.
really love that. Like it's very relatable, but very much like your own.
Right.
And
yes.
so, because of that, I would like to present you with a gift.
Oh, what? A gift?
just to say thank you.
Oh my God, thank you so. You want me to open it right now?
You can. You want to?
This be like Christmas, y'all. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh
I love giving. It's one of my love languages.
Oh really?
Yes.
That is so cool. My girl. This is my girl. This is
the sugar. See how I'm on it. I'm like, God, what should I get her? And all I could get to is Chanel. And the reason behind me giving you Chanel is because we know that you have obviously vintage. Yeah. You like vintage things. And who better than Chanel to bring out the vintage? Oh and this is like, it's just a coffee table book. It's just for decoration. But I also wanted to have something that maybe for one of your collections you might draw attention to one of the pieces and, you know, have a link of inspiration, you know what I mean?
You guys, and this is like, so people don't really know this about me, but I love Coco. She because of how she started, like in the, like, you're a designer in like the 30s and like the roughest time, and you innovated the little black dress. Like you are a big inspiration. And even when Karl Lagerfeld took on, and he like I think it was the 1993 runway show in 1992, I'm obsessed with. Like those looks were so like before its time, and it's like now we're taking pieces from like those type of collections that she did. She's so classic. She's so, you'll spot a Chanel item before anything like that. She's that girl, okay? And I'm trying to be like her. I'm trying to have people spotting me from a mile away, like, oh, that's OB. Just like how you can spot Chanel, you're gonna be spotting OB, like, ooh, this is. I'm so thankful. Oh my God.
So happy.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm so happy you love it.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. As you said, I put a lot of thought into the gifts that I choose, but it is so hard, finding exactly that people will love. I want something that will be like, okay, I got it from this podcast, from that time, but it's something that relates to me, So I'm glad that it was exactly what relates to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
So welcome.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate your time.
Thank
you for sitting down with us and creating this community.
Thank you. And keep going. This is very inspiring. Like, you're going above and beyond just fashion. Like, you're getting others involved. You're bringing all types of walks of life and getting their viewpoints and getting them to like express like how they started and where they're at. And because a lot of people get inspired by that, and you helping people share their story is just amazing. Even with your story, I'm just like so thankful that there's a platform like this for us as emerging creators, designers, that we can come here and be our full authentic self and feel comfortable. Like, this my homegirl for real. Like, we just kicking it, we just chilling, drinking a little bubbly. She got refreshment snacks. She greeted me so nicely when I came. Like, this is the type of environment that I want everybody to have. I want everybody to feel that type of experience when, they're interacting with anybody. Like, I want people to feel like, okay, this is a genuine person. Like, I would say you are a very pure, genuine person, and there's no like, I don't know about her. It's like, no, I feel your presence. I feel your peace. I feel your calmness. And I want everybody to feel that when they're here sitting on this couch or wherever this podcast is going to lead you, bro, because I feel like,
Thank you so much.
You're
welcome. Means a lot to me, honestly.
No problem.
It really does.
Yes, you deserve it. You deserve it. So I can't wait to see where this takes you. I can't wait to see where fashion takes you, because I saw your work and you're very talented, and I just want you to continue to, put your best foot forward, continue to take those risks, and continue to be your best self, obviously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was really, really amazing.
Thank you.
I wish you the utmost success. Like,
thank you. I received
wherever you go,
yes.
may it be like gold. Whatever you touch may turn to gold.
Ooh, it's not tired.
Yes, it is. And God
Thank
continue
you.
to bless you on this beautiful journey. And
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story and being open with us.
Yes, thank you for having me, you guys. It was fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this just as much as we did.
Yes, I had a blast.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.